Testing 1, 2, 3. Hello. It's time for another video, another match of the month video. And you know what? It has been 3 weeks and 4 days since February ended. But hey, better late than never. I have been busy. Like hell. And there's a lot of things going on behind the scenes, it was definitely worth delaying this video. But don't worry, this video will definitely be back in March with another one. Excuse me, that will be April with the March match of the month. So no worries about that at all. We have a lot of new maps coming up for the Red Alert mod and some map tweaks. Also, we did have the tag team tournament played out. We did have the global league set up. So yeah, a lot of stuff being done, which unfortunately made this video a little bit delayed. But anyway, here it is: 5 Aces versus OpenRA, and this is on a map which has been quite popular the past couple of months. It's not a official map; it is a custom map made by Kurillo, if I'm not mistaken, and it has provided for some great games. So yeah, we have 5 Aces versus OpenRA. OpenRA, as you might recognize from the previous video, a very strong Russian or Soviet player overall, versus 5 Aces. 5 Aces from Austria. You know him as the caster and the prolific community player and participant. 5 Aces playing as Great Britain. And these guys are going head to head in a very interesting matchup here, Allied versus Soviet. And it's going to be interesting to see how 5 Aces actually deals with the OpenRA, because 5 Aces is a very, very micro-oriented player. Now he does play the macro as well, but his macro is pretty ferocious. And he also likes to go tech with different tech strategies, units, stuff like that. And OpenRA is very. He also do the micro part, but he is a very macro-oriented player. So it remains to be seen how these two players are going to fare off against each other. Now, as always, I have seen this match before. I know what's going to happen in every part of the game, so I'm not going to pretend to be surprised with what's going on. Might as well just talk about what's going on in general. And as you can see at the top left of the screen, do have a production bar. Now, how I made this is simply just chroma key the production bar, and I just added it on top of the video. So nothing magical about that at all. But it looks nice. With the exception of the upscaling of the images, which makes the images a little bit grainy, but that's just how we have to deal with for the moment. Let's see then. Yeah, the openings is for both players are pretty normal. OpenRA is opening up with an APC, which will allow him to transport his engineer around, trying to capture buildings. But 5 Aces light tank is just denying that engineer of OpenRA to get out and capture his own. He's just going to go up here and harass 5 Aces infantry for the time being. 5 Aces is building his service depot, but while OpenRA is not, he's actually building a second war factory before the service depot, which kind of tells me he is going for more APCs. Of course, with the service depot you unlock the medium tanks for the Allies and the heavy tanks for Soviets, as well as the MCVs. So 5 Aces is either going for medium tanks or MCV, while OpenRA is going APC. APCs has been very popular the last couple of weeks because they do squish infantry quite a lot, and together with a early infantry army, you can definitely do a lot of damage. But it remains to be seen what they actually want to do. Yeah, we do see APCs being produced by OpenRA and a radar dome for 5 Aces. So 5 Aces is going with a double tech early on as well. And he is certainly one player to risk that kind of play. Yeah, finally Murder the Ray is getting his hands on his own oil lyrics. It has been delayed for some time, which will give 5S's a slight upper hand, not by much, slight upper hand into the mid game here. Also you see the medium tank there and the Raider Dome is coming up. So you can see the APC together with the infantry. What the APC does is obviously the tank for the infantry during engagements, but they also can just run into your opponent's army and crush the infantry as much as possible, so that your own infantry actually will have the chance to do damage. There's finally the service depot for Murder the Ray. Yeah. Both players looking to do some engagements here. 5S is well aware of the APC strategy, which has been very prevalent a couple of weeks and months. I believe popularized by Spy, or it might be someone else that I haven't heard of yet. So here's the engagement. You can see the APC is tanking well there. Of course, here's the situation where Murder the Ray is simply just having bigger infantry numbers. So the APC is just tanking for this engagement, and 5S is just pulling back his medium tanks. Oh, MCV for Murder the Ray is going for the bottom ore, and I don't see an MCV for 5S. It's just it actually might be on the minimap to the top left. No, never mind. Oh, there it goes. It's in the production queue. So yeah, I've seen this game before, obviously, but I don't remember all the details. So that's just fun. That's just good. So yeah, 5S is just trying to control the middle here, while Murder the Ray tries to place his forces in between his bases, in between his main base and his expansion. Oh, I should also say something about the music track. This music track is from the KKND Extreme. That's KKND 1, which I just found to be just too awesome not to include in the video. And I hope you enjoy it as well. There's a lot of other tracks here as well, which is not regular tracks. Oh! And yeah, as you can see, as I haven't commented on yet, we do have a lot of helipads for 5S's. 5S's do, on occasion, go mass Hinds. Be it Red Alert, be it Tiberium Dawn. Not every time. He generally has a very big variety in his build orders and his play. But with 6 helipads, you can definitely be sure that 5S is going to mass up Hinds like a madman. He's producing Hinds with a around 40% production reduction. And he's going to just swarm the map with Hinds. So it's kind of up to Murder the Ray to counter this properly, because yes, these Hinds, look at this. Oh, losing one Hind there. Definitely the Hinds is going to do some major damage, but 5S is actually sacrificing a lot of his economy on this. So you can definitely be sure that 5S is going to be heavily dependent on his Hinds. Let's see now, I just had to put on my headphones, I just remembered. So you probably can hear all the sound from my speakers, which is quite unfortunate, but there we go. Anyways, back to the game. So, oh yeah, here we go. 5S is going to take out the orders for Murder the Ray, which is pretty unfortunate for Murto. And 5S has expanded to the top left, so he's going to be in a, it looks to be in a fine position here. Now Murto has started production of flak trucks. He's also, oh, for a moment there he was going for a 4th war factory. He's actually taking up right now. So, yeah, if Murder the Ray, he got, as I said, he got 3 war factories, which will be able to give him some flak trucks and mass. So So he's going to be able to counter the Hinds, but the Hinds can quickly pick off even flak trucks if they're engaging correctly. And you can see 5S's, he's just moving up and down the map with his Hinds. He just never stopped looking for opportunity to kill. And here's the flak trucks also doing the same, but they will just find this MCV out here instead, looking for Hinds, catching up a free MCV of 5S's. It's very strong victory there from Murto. Yeah, even the spectators are congratulating him at this point. Oh yeah, this music track is kind of funky. It's called Ghosts. The group name is, I think it's a Eastern European band. It's kind of interesting. I just wanted to put it in here, just for variety's sake. Love to see the kiting of the flak trucks against the medium tank. Of course, not going to do any damage, but here comes the Hinds behind. And this is going to be an engagement. We do have heavy tanks and yeah, well, heavy tanks and nothing else happening. Just taking out that medium tank for 5S's. The long distance mining or harvester for Murto. Murto is also building up a tech center, which is right there. When oh wow. Okay, so here you can see the massive Hinds just taking down an MCV. Just going to get back up there. Don't really want to waste ammo and anything else, because he would have to pull himself back on to his own base. No, what I was going to say was Murto is building that tech center. He's playing as Russia, so you can bet your ass that he's going to build some shock troopers here pretty soon. Pretty soon. And oh yeah, this artillery is pretty vulnerable. Flak trucks will take this out with ease. Yeah. Look at the Hinds. And not even going to lose one Hind there, which is very nice. That's what 5S's just need to do, just make sure he doesn't lose to the Hinds, because yeah, 5S's does have a certain amount of map control with this, but if oh, nice campsite there. Murto the Ray just figuring out he needs some site to counter up the million Hinds. Murto the Ray can just come back with a stronger ground army if these Hinds are not able to do the damage that they need to do. And certainly Murto the Ray seems to be the only one picking up at this point, and will probably get to build the Iron Curtain in a short while. So you're going to see 5S's trying to find a way to do damage. I mean, 5S's at this point also needs to think about expanding. As you saw, he tried to expand down to the bottom south earlier, which I'm not sure about. I'm not sure if he knew about the bottom right base when that happened, or if you're just trying to be greedy and shut Murto the Ray out of that position. But shutting a Soviet player out of a sort of like open position like that is just very risky, because of course you're playing against Soviet. Here's the Machines Collide soundtrack by Frank Klepacki. And let's see. Oh, Murto the Ray is finally building a airfield now. And yeah, as we saw, he also built the Iron Curtain. So what he's going to do is just have that Iron Curtain ready for his flak trucks, so that he can try to pick off as many Hinds as possible. I have done this against the 5S's as well. 5S's is losing one Hind to the some side. 5S's is very active with his Hinds when he's moving him around. So he will pull out once he perceives that there might be danger. So you can see the flak trucks coming in here, but it's already too late. Here's 5S's MCV going down here again. So he should know about Murto's incentive to expand south. So 5S is expanding towards Murto rather than his own top expansion. is a very risky business, and you can see already the test tanks and the shock troopers going to do quick work against a ground army alone. Here comes the Hinds, but there's already the freaking flak trucks taking down 2 of the Hinds, and has to leave his ground army alone to be just picked up by the Tesla tech army. Yeah, and Mercury Rays MCV is there, is going to go to the position of where 5S is trying to claim. Tesla armies are pretty damn strong. And if you're actually looking at this and you're thinking, holy crap, how can I actually counter this kind of army? Well, first of all, you're playing against Mercury Ray, so he's definitely going to get his value out of it. But in general, you do have Hinds here. But Hinds alone, well, look at this then. Yeah, picking up. Oh, and the nice Iron Curtain there. So, oh shit, yeah, that's like 5 Hinds lost to that engagement. I was going to say, you need... Well, just say this. Infantry actually counters Tesla troopers. And what I mean by that is that one Tesla trooper costs 400, and then the regular infantry costs 100. You can build 4 infantry at the same time your opponent builds 1 shock trooper. The shock trooper is dependent on support, anti-air support, and tank support. The shock trooper by themselves, they can do damage, but they can easily be picked apart by infantry, by Hinds, by Axe, and siege tanks, such as artillery and V2. And but yeah, 5S is against this composition is heavily invested into air. So the only thing Myrtle needs to do is just account for the anti-air, and he can be more or less free with his army composition for this game. Look at that fleet of Hinds. So yeah, 5S is just keep. I don't think I've seen this this Hind play out of 5S before. I mean, I've seen a lot of Hinds from 5S, but he's been producing Hinds non-stop during the entirety of the game. As you saw up there, he did have a small, I think that was a paradox or an earlier group of units from Murto. Trying to take down the MC. Almost got it though. Almost got it. Here's the mechanics from 5S. It's going to be able to repair and pick off units from Myrtle. Should he fancy that? The mechanics can get into husks of your own tanks or your opponent's tanks and reclaim them to the battlefield. Now the thing is, though, I think 5S would rather much have a better ground army here versus this very, very dangerous. Okay. 5S took down all the Tesla tanks there and a couple of flags. But again, he did lose like 3-4 of those Hinds, especially with the Iron Curtain. As you can see how valuable that is. Even the one of the flak trucks is like a general now, or whatever you call it with a star. So he's pretty frickin' dangerous. Fruckity fruck. So yeah. Ooh, this is the bad engagement from 5S. It's just coming in one line into a bunch of shock troopers. Rest in peace, General Flak. Yeah, I think Gatekeeper just realized that this Hind's just going to pick off all these infantry, but oh, that was okay. Let's just get up there, and we just see actually 5S is losing like 6, maybe even 7 Hinds there in that engagement. And 5S is basically losing the one of the advantages he had on the field, which is it's a horrible feeling to lose all that kind of stuff, because it did give him the leverage he needed to actually take the game together with his army. Actually, 5S still has some kind of army, but along with just a couple of Hinds, they won't be able to take on this engagement too easily. I think those harvesters were sent it intentionally to tank for the rest of his army. But it's not just going to be enough, unfortunately. The Myrtle is very good at microing his flanks. You can see he kind of pulled them ahead of his army, and then he pulled them back so that he will draw some fire, but not allowing them to die easily. Fires is trying to further expand, but it's already been spotted by the base, by the army. Powered up in behind Fives' base. Fives should spot that easily. Nice scout right there. Yeah, Fives is on the ball. And in the production tab you also see Fives is building a GPS satellite there. Excuse me, a tech center for the GPS satellite, and Myrtle is queuing up a nuke. I think he did that immediately after Fives lost his Hinds, because then he was pretty certain that he will be able to shut Fives out of any attempt to actually get to the corner there. I mean, that nuke is so well placed, it's ridiculous. And you can see the nuke counter is ticking down. Myrtle Ray has a very strong ground force here. Even a yak to scout in front of his army. Fives doesn't really have a ground army right now, so he is building artillery to try to counter these infantry, and does have a couple of Hinds left. But look at the flak trucks. They just keep running on top of the army of Fives is trying to pick off those Hinds, and it does slow him. Even Tanya is being picked off, and another artillery. So yeah, this looks like it was a nice try by Fives going for that strategy, and there was a couple of engagements where he lost too many Hinds there to efficiently go into the late game. But although this may be a kind of a late game, but still, yeah, it just unfortunately lost him too much value. A lot of resources was put into those Hinds. Yeah, there's nothing to stop this army blob of Myrtle to crush the northern base here. GG. Alright. Awesome. Great match. Thank you for watching this video. Of course, we'll be putting out another one in April, which will be the March match of the month. And I apologize for the delay of those videos. It's just that there's a lot of things happening behind the scene, and you're just going to have to wait for that. So, my name is SoScared. Thank you for watching.